Liverpool's transfer plans may have taken a dramatic twist, with fresh reports suggesting the Reds are now exploring a move for one of the Premier League's most relentless midfielders. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. After a proposed switch to Atletico Madrid spectacularly collapsed, João Gomes has suddenly emerged as a realistic opportunity on the market, and Liverpool are reportedly wasting no time in making their interest known. Could Andoni Iraola be about to hijack a deal that looked destined for Spain? The Brazilian midfielder appeared set to join Atletico Madrid in a deal worth around £34 million, but negotiations reportedly broke down following a disagreement involving his representative, Jorge Mendes, with Diego Simeone's side instead moving for Sporting captain Morten Heulmand. The door has unexpectedly swung open for Premier League clubs to make their move. According to reports from Brazil, Liverpool have already contacted Wolves to inquire about the financial details of a potential transfer, with Manchester United also believed to be monitoring the situation. Liverpool's search for a defensive midfielder has been well documented throughout the summer, and Gomes now appears to fit the profile of a player capable of adding bite, energy, and intensity to Iraola's midfield. The timing is particularly interesting given Wolves' relegation to the Championship. Despite the club's disastrous campaign, Gomes was one of the few shining lights, earning both the Supporters and Players Player of the Season awards after consistently producing committed performances in difficult circumstances. Rather than letting his standards slip, the Brazilian established himself as one of the Premier League's standout ball-winning midfielders. His underlying numbers only strengthen the case. According to Opta, Gomes ranked among the elite midfielders across Europe's top 5 leagues for winning possession and defensive actions last season. His aggressive pressing style, relentless work rate, and ability to recover the ball are all traits synonymous with Iraola's high-intensity philosophy, making him an intriguing tactical fit at Anfield. There are, however, aspects of his game that raise questions. Gomes is not regarded as a naturally progressive passer capable of unlocking stubborn defenses, while his combative approach saw him collect 10 yellow cards during the 2025-26 campaign. Those traits suggest he would be more of a destroyer than a deep-lying playmaker, offering defensive security rather than creative distribution. The links have also been strengthened by respected Brazilian journalists, with Globo Esporte reporting Liverpool's initial enquiries and ESPN Brazil's Felipe Silva claiming the Reds are actively looking at the midfielder following Manchester United's reported interest. While nothing is advanced at this stage, multiple reports emerging from Brazil have certainly added credibility to the speculation. Perhaps most intriguing of all is Gomez's own admiration for Liverpool. Long before becoming an established Premier League player, the Brazilian admitted in 2022 that Anfield represented his dream destination. "Liverpool are a team I'd play for. I have the greatest desire to play. Playing in the Champions League is my biggest dream in football." Those comments will undoubtedly excite Liverpool supporters as speculation gathers pace. With Wolves now facing life in the Championship, a transfer looks increasingly likely, and if both Liverpool and Manchester United continue their pursuit, a transfer battle could soon develop for one of Brazil's most tenacious midfielders. Whether the Reds decide to accelerate their interest remains to be seen, but this is certainly a story worth keeping a close eye on. In other news, Liverpool have been hit by a bombshell behind the scene, and while all the attention has been on transfer rumours and new signings, one of the club's most influential figures has now walked away. Michael Edwards, the architect of Liverpool's modern success, has officially resigned from his role as Fenway Sports Group's CEO of football in a move that very few supporters saw coming. What's even more surprising is that Edwards has chosen to leave a year earlier than expected. This isn't simply a routine reshuffle either. His departure comes at a time when Liverpool could also lose sporting director Richard Hughes, who continues to hold talks over a lucrative switch to Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal. If Hughes also departs, Liverpool's entire football leadership structure could look very different before the new season is even underway. Edwards only returned to Liverpool 2 years ago after being persuaded to rejoin FSG in an expanded role overseeing football operations across the group's ambitions, not just at Anfield. His comeback was viewed as a huge statement by the owners, with many believing the man responsible for so many of Liverpool's smartest transfer deals would once again help shape the club's future. Now, however, that chapter has come to an unexpected end. In an emotional farewell statement, Edwards thanked everyone connected with Liverpool and insisted he leaves believing the club is in a strong position. He praised the people within the club, highlighted the clear direction already in place, and said the foundations had been laid for continued success. But there was one section of his statement that immediately caught supporters' attention. Edwards revealed that one of the biggest reasons he returned was the opportunity to help build FSG's wider football project. The vision was to expand beyond Liverpool by bringing another club into the ownership group, creating a multi-club model similar to several of Europe's biggest football organizations. That vision never became reality. Reports suggest Edwards became increasingly frustrated after FSG failed to complete the purchase of another football club despite exploring multiple opportunities. Spanish clubs Malaga and Getafe, along with French sides Bordeaux and Toulouse, were all assessed as potential acquisitions, but every proposal was eventually abandoned. For many observers, that appears to have been the turning point. Rather than overseeing an expanding football empire, Edwards instead found the wider project stalled, removing one of the key motivations behind his return. While Liverpool themselves continued progressing on the pitch, the broader ambitions that tempted him back simply failed to materialize. Fenway Sports Group president Mike Gordon will now take over Edwards' day-to-day responsibilities following his departure. Gordon paid tribute to Edwards, describing him as a hugely important figure during one of Liverpool's most significant transitions. He also credited Edwards with playing an important role as Liverpool navigated change and ultimately secured their historic 20th English League title. Despite those glowing words, there is no escaping the significance of this decision.